Hey guys, hello and welcome back to my channel. So I just received the biggest order on my Etsy. I have never received an order this big before and it's incredible. I am so thankful and grateful to anybody who orders from me. I take a lot of love and time into making each scrunchie and packing every order, and yeah, I'm so grateful for everybody. But I thought, this being my biggest order ever, that we would pack it together. So this person has added a couple more items to their order. So I have a couple of things left to make, which is just a skinny scrunchie and a hair bow. So I'm going to make those and then we're going to pack this order. This is how big their order is. I don't know if you can see all that, but this is just one person's order. It's incredible. I've pretty much done everything. I just need to cut the threads on these ones and then just make 2 more items and then we are good to go. So without further ado, let's get straight into this video. Alright, so like I said, I have a skinny scrunchie that I still need to make, and this customer has custom requested a papaya hair bow, so I need to make that as well, and then I just have the threads to cut on this. So I've already switched out my needle to a silk needle or a satin needle. It's basically a really fine needle made for delicate fabrics. So just remember, if you are using different types of fabrics, to do that, to switch them out so that you're not ruining your needles or your fabric. Anyway, so yeah, we're just going to make this skinny scrunchie real quick. And while we're waiting for the glue to dry, I'll be making the hair bow. This order is going all the way to America. So not only is this my biggest order, but it's an overseas order as well. I have actually had a couple of orders from America. So it's not my first one, but definitely is my biggest order. These skinny scrunchies are the most fiddly scrunchies to make because it's such a small tube, and I don't want like a huge massive seam on it, so I do really thin seams. I have actually added a tiny little bit more fabric to it so I can allow for a slightly bigger seam, because when I first started making these, I noticed that sometimes I would miss like a spot in the seam and then I would have to like remake another one, and yeah, obviously you don't want holes in your scrunchies. So yeah, I have actually added a tiny little bit more for a seam allowance. But yeah, the seam is still really small, but it has just made it so much easier so that I don't accidentally, you know, make a hole in the seam or anything like that. Okay, so we're just going to wait for the glue to dry, and while that's drying, I am going to make the bow. So like I said, this is a hair bow and it's made with the papaya. a tutorial on how I make my bows, so I will just pop a little icon up here if you're interested in watching that one. I'm just going to kind of go through this pretty quick. So I just use these little alligator clips and I do glue them in place to make sure that they're nice and strong. These aren't the ones that I used to get, but I can't find that seller anymore. Okay, so I have everything made and trimmed and ready to go. This person also ordered a scrunchie holder, so I have that ready to go. I just need to wrap it up. And yeah, I think we're pretty much ready to pack this order. It's a lot of items to go into one box, so I'm not quite sure how it's going to look, but I'm going to do my best to make it look pretty. Okay, so I have my clipboard with everything written on there, and I'm just going to go through everything and mark it off, make sure it's all here before I actually pack it. Okay, so that is the biggest order I've ever packed. It was a tight fit, but I managed to get everything in there, so I'm just going to tape this up, put the address on there and ship it away. If you liked this video and you want to see more like it, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button down below. It really helps support my channel and lets me know the kinds of videos you guys like to see. Bye for now, and I'll see you in the next one.